In this video, I'm going to show you how to install your manual 4x4 lock and hubs. Stay tuned. This is my 1979 Ford Bronco. Pretty sick. I just took it out yesterday, finally, for a long time. It's fully built, and now we're getting to the point where we're driving it and stuff. I took these off a long time ago. I don't see many videos on how to install them, so I'm going to show you guys exactly what I do. Now, this is in order right now. There's two of these. So I have one on right now. So there's also that twisting part. I'm painting that black, so it's outside drying right now. This spring is not the same. So it has a wider base and a narrower front. If you put this spring in wide out, it will grip the side of the wall. So you want to make sure you put that in wide side to the back, narrow side out. That way you'll feel it right away. If it's wrong, it'll get caught when you push it in. If it's right, it will keep pushing back, and that's what you need to make this system work. And what you guys do need in terms of tools, you need the snap ring pliers for sure. These are terrible. I would not recommend these, but they're all I got. They barely do the job. And then this is crucial as well. Let's turn this up here. So you need this. You need the 2 3/8, like 4-prong guy here, and that's what's gonna do the first bit here. So that guy, that's what you need to tighten it. So there's no nub on it, so. Right from the beginning, you guys see this nub? The other one doesn't have this, but this nub needs to be like this, so that this holy one can lock into that nub. So that's why there's holes on that ring. Tighten that in, because that's the one that needs to be at the back, holding everything together. So get that in there, start it up. There we go. So once you get it to start, it's butter. Like, you shouldn't need to force it on. It just takes a lot of finicking because you can't really get in there that well. So you kind of just play with it a bit, and there we go. So I'm gonna spin it in now with the tool. Now that it's confirmed hand threaded. Okay, spin it. Nice. That's pretty good. It's better than the other side. Give it one last tighten here. Good. Okay. So now, going with the holy guy here, if you will. You want to put, that can only go on one way. It's got to go on the spline. Let's put nubby on. Goes right to the back, and it locks in, just like that. If there's still movement, you're not locked. So as you guys see, we got it on. Now, if you look, I'll put a little arrow on screen. You can see where the nub is in the hole. That's what we want. So you can see how it's lined up there, and bottom right, the nub is in the hole. That's what you guys need. So next part, this guy, your regular one, no nubs. It's just a spinner in, hope for the best. You can grease this as well. This has lots of grease, so I'm not too worried. All the moving components though, you definitely want to re-grease. Check your threads too, because I just checked mine and there was some stuff in it that would make this harder. So there we go. That's it. That's it. Get that grease on there. We're golden. Okay, we're threading. That was an instant snipe. Add a little grease on the threads, never hurt. Tightening our second guy here. Boom. Okay. Look at that. Mint. Next step, you guys. Get your spring. And again, wide to the back. Get some grease on her if you want. So you can see how far that sticks out, right? You want that. Again, if you do this one, it starts out fine, but once you push it back far enough, this will stop coming forward, your thing will be busted. So look at it, wide, goes to the back. Kind of give it a little twisty poo. That'll go all the way back. That's what you want. So you see the spring comes out? Good. This is where it gets intense. We got our gears going in. So you definitely want to grease these up. These are gonna be moving against the outer like hub. Again, lots of grease on this. And when I say lots, I mean within reason. Packing it, kind of giving it some grease, because this needs to move. So if stuff gets in the way of this whole system's gonna be a pain. So we'll grease her up. Put some grease on her splines there. It does help. There we go. So you can see how we're working it in. There we go. So that's what we're looking for. You see how that has constant pushback right there. We want to work our guy in all the way. There we go. There we go. Boom. That's what we like. So I actually like to do this where I keep it the gear out. So what I'm gonna do is, now that this is on and moving, you guys see that? I'm gonna wait on the snap ring. So we got our gears in, and you can see it wants to push out, and that's fine right now. Now what I'm gonna do here is put this guy in like that. And what that's gonna do is push it back. Now you're saying, why are you doing it this way, right? Because it's gonna be easier to push that snap ring in once I get this front snap ring in. This guy here, pushing everything back. It'll sit in its little spot. There we go. Starting to snap in. You can see where it's snapping and where it's not. So that's when I get my mallet. Now you're not gonna beat the wheels off it, but you're gonna give it a little tap to get into the groove. Boom, groove. Groove. We're in the groove, baby. So now that gear can't be pushed out, which is nice. So that makes it easier with my terrible snap ring pliers to put this in. Freaking brutal. These are brutal. Roots, my goots. They just don't open wide enough. I don't know what the design was doing here, but like, these are brutes. Like, why are they falling apart? These are brutal. These are brutal. Don't get these. Whatever these are. I don't know where they came from, but they're in my toolbox and they're awful. Holy smokes. These are awful. Like, literally, they don't open wide enough. Like, I don't know who invented this, but okay, come on, baby. Just get on there. Just get on there. It shouldn't be this difficult. There we go. Looks like we're in. Yeah, we're in. So now if I do this, oh, not that. Oh my gosh. If I do that, let me turn. You should get engaged. You guys see now how it's turning that? So this whole section is now turning. So that means my axle is actually turning. Now if I go like that and turn, now it's free. Now it's locked. So you guys will see the point is, when it's free, this is pushed in. You guys see that? Once it's out, it's locked. Pretty cool system. So you want to make sure there's that free play, like that's butter move. Like, it shouldn't take much effort. And then when you decide to do that, right? Boom, it snaps in. Boom, right? So that's pretty good. Now when you put this on, you're gonna notice how this is. There's a big opening here and across. So that is where you put your line up. So you're gonna line it up like that, right? So it'll only go on like that. So as you see, I painted mine black. It was red. What I'm gonna do is put this in there, make sure it spins freely, number one. And I'm gonna go lining it up. So you see the groove and the groove, and then I have the right beside that. So that's how I'm gonna throw that on, like so. And from there, start trying to find your holes. So if you can find one, you can wiggle it a bit, and then you can kind of start one, and then kind of just work them around, right? Like anything. Just don't do one right away, kind of work them all in. So as you see, I got one going there, and I'm gonna just throw them all in. Make sure they all start. So boom. Feel the threads. See some loosen when you tighten others, so yeah, that's why you wanna do it all like in a pattern. There we go. All tight. It is in lock right now. Your knuckle there, it should be spinning. You see that? So looking at that guy, spinning. Now, I come back and I go free. Boom. It's working great. And that's it, you guys. That is how you install the manual locking hubs. Obviously, I'm gonna leave them in free. I don't even need them, really. This ain't going off-road with all the work I've done to it. That looks good black too. I like the look. All right guys, let me know if this video helped you, because when I was trying to do this, I could not find an install for these hubs, but I hope this helps you guys put them in. Make sure you guys use the grease, because you need them moving, and no rust in there, right? You want to make sure they're greased up, able to move. If you liked the video, leave a like. Make sure you guys subscribe to see more of the Bronco. We're gonna be ripping it and doing more to it now that it's in the driving state. So huge thanks to you guys. Cheers.